Good morning. I don't know if you guys can see, but we've taken out finally all the tomato plants. I finally got in here and got all those torn out, and then I got the rest of them torn out along the fence line. There's only 2 tomato plants that I left, and I'm just going to leave those until they die. At this point, now that I've got all the rest of them cleaned out, they can stay. But yeah, happy day after Halloween, since I didn't quite do a video last week. I was lazy, but anyway, and I'm barefoot. But yeah, so let's get in, and I got some compost here that I'm going to tell you guys about in here in just a second. But good morning. Alright, so they had 3 trash cans full of compost that they were trying to find a place to kind of get rid of it. We didn't really need it at work for anything, so I took it home. And now I've got to find my trowel and start moving it around, because there's a lot of it. Alright, so I'm not sure where we put this thing, but we'll see. Ooh, sorry, lighting. Oh, hello. There we go. Welcome to the garage, or a workshop, I should say. Sorry, lighting is crazy in here. But yeah, there's lots of tools in here. I don't know if I've shown you guys this all that much, but maybe we'll do a video in here when we've got some projects going. But yeah, we've got table saws and everything in here. But let me grab the rake that I was coming for, and let's go move some of this compost so that way it doesn't kill off some of the radishes that I've kind of accidentally plopped it on. Oops. But anyway. I don't know what they're eating, but they're finding something in this wonderful collection. What are you eating down there, you crazy dog? Crazy dog. Yeah. Another one of my tomato holders. Would you get out of that? garden bed. Out. The reason this pile of compost kind of got dumped here instead of down in one of the beds is because we've had quite a bit of rain the last couple days, and it has made this yard so wet that we couldn't get the tractor or the lawnmower down where I wanted it. Every time we try, it kept getting stuck and we had to pull it back out. So it's sitting here on this tarp, and I'm going to give it a day or so to kind of sit here and break down another minute, and then I'm going to take it over there and scoop it with the buckets. Hey Rocco, you want to say hi? Oh. But yeah, it was a good whoop. Stay with me, guys. Oh, here, hold on. You're you fell in the mud. Ah, there we go. Alright. Sorry about that. You kind of went for a little lesson. But yeah, this compost I'm going to take down in a couple days over to my other garden bed that needs it, and then I'll do another load probably. I'm going to try to call the farm I've been getting some from. It's usually hay and horse manure mix that he lets sit for a year, and I just pay him to have him dump it in my truck, which is usually like $10. So I don't mind going to get 2 or 3 truckloads. So, but yeah, that's where all this compost is going. And then I don't know if you guys can see this, but my aster plant is just ginormous, and the friends that are on it. There's been bees just everywhere. I don't really see them out here today because I see a couple of them, but the flowers are starting to close up. But I don't know if you can see him moving around. I'm going to put my other lens on to show you guys, but this has been just absolutely loaded with all sorts of bees. This is one, I did not plant this aster plant. I actually planted one down over, I think there somewhere, and it is just multiplied. It's here. I've got aster over in the front yard. It is just going crazy, but this is my biggest aster plant, and the bees absolutely love it. Aha! That's where I put that. Alright, so that I guess kind of ends the little tour of the winter garden. I still have peppers on. And it's November. This is like the latest I've ever had peppers. I'm thrilled. But hold on, let's get underneath here. But yeah, and I still, oh, they're still blooming. Look at that. It's still blooming. Oh my goodness. But anyway, squirrel. Let me show you the peppers before we sign off today, and then we can, maybe I'll take you in the greenhouse real quick, show you what's growing in there. Now, the only crappy thing is this, when this compost got dumped in here, it kind of got dumped on top of the radishes. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how much of them pop really back up really well. As you can see, some of the compost isn't fully composted, and there's some rocks in here that somebody has thrown in. But yeah, we'll see how many of the radishes pop back up out of this compost and how many I have to replant. I know the last time I covered lettuce, it grew up through the compost and did really well. But we'll see on this one. Rocco, get out of the garden bed. Thank you. Crazy dog. This bed does not have any new compost in it yet. It's still got parsley in it that is, I mean, I've cut on this parsley and it's come back like crazy. But that bed I just finished putting more in. It's got a wild columbine in it that I've still got to figure out where I'm going to transplant it later. Hey, Rocco. There's Swiss chard in this bed that has been growing all summer. I've just kind of left it and left it for the animals kind of thing, because it kind of got hidden in with all the other stuff that was in here. But aha, that's where I put that. Alright, so that I guess kind of ends the little tour of the winter garden. I still have peppers on. And it's November. This is like the latest I've ever had peppers. I'm thrilled. But hold on, let's get underneath here. But yeah, and I still, oh, they're still blooming. Look at that. It's still blooming. Oh my goodness. But anyway, squirrel. Let me show you the peppers before we sign off today, and then we can, maybe I'll take you in the greenhouse real quick, show you what's growing in there. My greenhouse has asters growing all beside it. See, I told you the asters grow wild in my yard. They just go crazy. And then this thing is loaded down with tomatoes again. This is just insane. I got potatoes growing. I finally got garlic growing again. I got beans. Purple beans this time. But yeah, it's I'm gonna. He didn't see me do that. But I'm going to take you guys in the greenhouse real quick and show you that. But look, I still got beautiful peppers everywhere, and it's November, and I'm got peppers all over the place. Still got tomatoes. I forgot about that tomato plant. Oh, and I forgot about this tomato plant. Looky here. You pretty little thing. Forgot about you. But let's take you over here. Well, it's supposed to be cold here. Supposed to have a couple days down in the 30s. But we're kind of coming to the end. All the tomatoes, they've kind of hit their end, along with some of the squashes. The only thing I got left are gourds, and surprisingly, I do have at least 2, well, 3. Forgot about that one. Of these loafahs, which I'm pretty excited about. I've never grown loafa. This was my first year, so there's a couple small ones, but I don't know if they're really going to do anything. But I'm just going to leave them until they freeze off and die. I heard you can eat them. I don't know about that. But and it looks like some of my peas are finally starting to come up. My sage is doing really well. I've got lemon balm coming out of my ears. I'm still not going to have enough though, because I've had to freeze a lot of it. I've had to dehydrate a lot of it for my teas, but I'm not going to have enough for this winter, unless it'll keep growing through the winter, which I'm hoping. But there's always next year. But yeah, this garden is coming to an end, and it'll be time for the winter garden, which the kales and the lettuces, which had growing, but I've had little doggy helpers kind of tear some of them out, so I'm having to replant. But trying to get weeds out of here. but yeah, as you can tell, this whole area right here was all full of those tomatoes and squash, and we finally cleaned it out, and that TP is gone. My elderberry is going crazy. I didn't get any elderberry off of it this year, but maybe next year.